In our previous videos, we've got our chat app so that it's now functioning correctly. In this video, we want to do some tidying up before we finally deploy our project to Heroku. So let's go back to our run.py file and see what changes might need to be made. The first thing I want to address is our add messages function. And initially, I have a problem with the name. It's not strictly correct. We're only adding one message each time, not many messages, so let's change it to just add message. Of course, we also have to make that change in our user view where we're calling it as well, so we'll change it there to add message. The second problem that I have is that in our add message function, we don't actually need this variable. It's unnecessary. We're not mutating it or changing it, we're just calling it on the next line. So let's get rid of it. We'll take the dictionary and we'll paste it directly into the append method. And now we can delete that line. It's one of my personal laws of programming that, given enough time to refactor, 80% of code is unnecessary. The other thing I'd like to do is use URL_for like we did in the Thorin & Company site. This is better practice. So let's go up to line 3, and from our Flask library, we'll import the URL for module as well. URL_for. So now in our index view, we can change our redirect so that instead of just redirecting to a hard-coded URL, which is pulling from our username variable, then we can use URL_for, the name of our view, which is user, and then we're going to pass in username equals session username as an argument. And we need to do the same then in our user view as well. Now I've just said that oftentimes 80% of code is unnecessary, but this is actually more code. It looks longer. And that's true, but it's much better practice. This is so that if we change the URL, then we don't have to worry about what redirects may be calling it directly. Because I do want to change my URL too. I don't like the fact that the chat page is here at /username. If I wanted to grow this project and have an about page or a contact page, then my URL naming would be very messy. So I'm going to change this URL to /chat/username. The other thing I need to change is my docstring, because now the docstring is not accurate. We don't just display chat messages, we actually have the ability to add them too using the post method. So I'm just going to update my docstring so that it's accurate and say add and display chat messages. And finally, now we're using the text box for our chat, we no longer need this /username/message root and view, so that can be removed as well, also shortening our code. So we've done a bit of refactoring. Let's just check to see that everything still works. When I go back here now, I have a 404 because I'm still trying to go to the /Aaron URL that no longer exists. If I go to the home page, it redirects me now to /chat/Aaron. So I'm going to type a message, put it in, and it works. So everything is okay with our chat app. We can go back now, open up a terminal window, check what files we've changed, and add them to Git. So we'll open a new terminal. We'll run git space status. And here we can see that I have a few files that I've changed. So I'll do git space add space full stop. And now we'll do git space commit space -m and a commit message that explains what functionality we've added. And that's done. So now that our chat app is working okay and we've committed it to Git, in our next video we'll deploy our finished product to Heroku.